We're taking you on an epic expedition, a thrilling voyage through the enchanting landscapes of the Midlands via the Underberg in South Africa and conquering the famous Sani Pass on our way to the heart of Lesotho. Together with Find Your Adventure, we've teamed up with Suzuki South Africa to bring you the ultimate adventure vehicle, the Jimny 5-door. Our journey wouldn't be complete without a warm and welcoming stay at the Fisherman's Cottage, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of the Midlands. As we leave the Midlands behind, the landscape transforms, revealing the rugged beauty of the Underberg. But hold on tight, because we've embarked on a heart-pounding journey through the iconic Sani Pass, a road that defies gravity and connects South Africa to the mountain kingdom of Lesotho. Breathtaking views, switchbacks, and a sense of awe, Sani Pass has it all. It's not just a drive, it's a passage into the soul of Southern Africa. Lesotho, a land of rugged beauty and warm hospitality, welcomes us with open arms. Join us as we dive deep into the rich tapestry of Lesotho's culture, experiencing the vibrant spirit of its people. This is an epic adventure. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this episode, and subscribe for more thrilling escapades. The first leg of the journey has gotten off to an amazing start. Welcome to the Fisherman's Cottage. It's exquisite, the attention to detail is admirable, and the scene is set perfectly here in the Midlands. We're just 15 kilometers from the town of Mooi River. There's a cool breeze, cows grazing on the green pastures, and mist in the distance, clouds coming in. Perfect way to settle in for our first evening here.
So we've just checked into the Fisherman's Cottage. As you walk in, you're confronted by this beautiful view of the dam. Walking out onto the deck, there's just serenity and peace everywhere with the birds chirping and the water flowing. It's so surreal. The house itself is well constructed with 4 bedrooms. Inside, all the details, any comforts you need has been catered for with a full chef's kitchen, wonderful seating area inside and out. Each bedroom has its own bathroom, with the main bedroom having a double vanity, a large shower, as well as a bathtub. Outside there's a jacuzzi that you can heat up with fire. It's just perfect. Everything has been thought out and we are thoroughly enjoying our stay here.
We've woken up in the most peaceful setting. The weather is perfect and the lake is glistening in the sunlight. We have exclusive use of this entire lake, so of course we're heading out for some kayaking now.
So instead of taking a shower this morning, we decided to jump onto the kayaks. The weather was beautiful, it was sunny, birds were out singing. There's always that one magic tree right at the end of the dam that whenever we can kayak to, seems to draw this magic power from the sky and the rain comes. And this is exactly what's happened, and that's why we're back on land. And it was a luck shoulder session we had. Water was beautiful, felt amazing. Might go back later if the weather allows. So one of the benefits of staying at the Fisherman's Cottage is this serene view. We've got kayak facilities here. Brilliant way to get a workout out, see the view. There's a couple of cows over there on the distant hill that you can visit. Brilliant alarm system in the morning when they decide to come graze here nearby. Lots of bird species flying up and down on those ghosted trees. And this view, you take all of this in. Perfect choice. Can't pick anything better.
The rain has just subsided here in the Midlands. The weather can be quite unpredictable, so we're taking our chance. Now's the time to take the Suzuki Jimny 5-door after the rains out on the service roads here at the property and the back roads of Mooi River. After the rains, it's going to be quite interesting. The setting that you wake up in and the sounds that you hear in the morning are absolutely magical. It's about 5 in the morning now, and we're heading out to the great Sani Pass via the Underberg. From Mooi River, it's about 159 kilometers, and the Suzuki 5-door Jimny will have to come into its own to conquer that pass. En route to Sani Pass from Mooi River via the Nottingham Road, and the views in the distance are absolutely spectacular, so we're stopping to take it all in.
From our beautiful stay in Mooi River, we took the back roads to get to Sani Pass. We drove through Mooi River as well as the Underberg on gravel roads mostly, and I would definitely classify that as a pass in and of itself. The drive was insanely beautiful. Every corner there was a new mountain to see. Everything was lush and green, very picturesque. The Jimny handled those gravel roads like a dream. The handling was so good, and I really enjoyed driving those roads with the views and with the Jimny. It was the perfect way to start our Sani Pass travels.
So we've officially entered the World Heritage Site area of the Drakensberg. We're slowly making our way to the Sani Pass border post, but that drive from Mooi River via Nottingham Road was just breathtaking, and every corner we took we were just greeted with those stunning lush mountains, and this is no exception. Let's head to the Sani Pass border post. Officially on the pass now, Sani Pass. The elevation gains are quite phenomenal. We were at 1,500 meters above sea level when we entered the World Heritage Site, rising to 1,900 meters at the border post, and eventually we'll climb to about 2,874 meters above sea level. The Jimny is taking it in its stride. We dropped down the tire pressure to 1.3 bar, and it's working along. It's quite a workhorse, and I'm quite impressed with the ride comfort.
Very impressed with the performance that the car had. We were 4 people, fully grown adults on board, and Jimmy, for majority of the route, did just fine on the 4x4 engaged. Some sections we did require the low gear for that maximum torque, but all in all, in terms of performance, turning radiuses in the tight corners that we had, it was an impressive performance. And it's quite the aesthetic vehicle, very blends into the background. Took incredible shots with of the mountain range, through the Sani Pass, the Drakensberg in the background. It was quite a scenic and mystical experience.
Being so high up, the temperatures have dropped, and not even 15 kilometers from the Sani Pass border post, we find ourselves more than 3,000 meters above sea level. Now we're driving through the northeastern part of Lesotho. We're about to head on to the A1 and drive up further north.
My expectations were blown out the window when we drove through Lesotho. We drove through the northeastern part along the A1 with so many mountain passes. The altitude was probably the highest I've ever been. And there were just views upon views upon views with little villages that we came across as well. So stunning. The people are so inviting, so friendly, so helpful, so calm. We thoroughly enjoyed that drive. The sunset, oh my goodness, that sunset caught every single cloud. Being so high above the other clouds, it took my breath away. Honestly, that was one of the best sunsets I've ever seen. That drive was definitely on my top 5 drive lists around Southern Africa.
Good morning from Maliba Lodge. We woke up to these spectacular views, but believe you me, the road trip to get here was quite an adventure. We arrived at 11 o'clock, just before they were about to close the gates. Got so lost. Google Maps took us to the wrong location. We were about 120 kilometers out of range of where we were supposed to be. Landed in the Lesotho Defence Force base. Were directed to Butha-Buthe. Arrived in Butha-Buthe with low fuel. Luckily we found a filling station and had to drive 70 kilometers here to this spectacular setting, but it's so worth it, and we wouldn't change that road trip for anything else. Let's show you around our room at Maliba Lodge.
After getting gloriously lost in Lesotho, we arrived quite late in the evening at Maliba Lodge. We arrived at around 11 o'clock after saying we were going to arrive at 7. The staff was super accommodating. We checked in after being super tired. We knocked out on those comfortable beds, and when we awoke in the morning, we were surprised by our surroundings. The view from our room was incredible, surrounded by mountains cascading all on top of us. It was just the perfect morning to wake up to.
Being in such an exclusive and spectacular setting, you have to make the most of it. We've taken a short walk from our room, and here at Maliba Lodge there's a restaurant and a private lounge with panoramic views from a wonderful deck. Let's check it out.
The rooms were 1,100 a night, and it's definitely value for money with the views. It's part of the Mountain Lodge. It's a 3-star economy room that's part of the 5-star Mountain Lodge with all the amenities accessible to you. We had access to the private lounge as well as the restaurant with the stunning setting of the cascading mountains. It was the perfect lunch, beautifully presented. We absolutely devoured that. There's lots of other amenities and activities to do here as well, including hiking, horse riding. You can do guided tours as well as some 4x4 tracks around the mountain lodge too.
The spectacular mountains that we nestled in is not only for our viewing pleasure. There are various hiking trails here at the lodge, and we're embarking on the one to the waterfall. It's about 4.7 kilometers, and you hike through the mountains surrounded by that beauty and those pristine vistas.
Somewhere there in the valleys in the distance. It's a 4.7 all-rounder hike from leaving here to the hike and back. Quite the climb. There's about a 200-meter incline that we had up and down through along the mountain contours. We had a fun time, including Jamil kissing the ground, brilliant shots of flowers. There's lots to see. There's fauna, there's flora all around you. There's wild horses on the trail. It's breathtaking. And obviously with just the sight of the mountains, so intimidating but beautiful at the same time. And it's right by you. Everything, the views, you got rivers, you got mountains, you got the wildlife and the wildflowers as well. So it's quite a rewarding hike. It's worth it. It took us about 4 to 5 hours all round with all the stops that we had. And we had a moment at the waterfall as well where we just sat, bit of a meditative session that we went through. And yeah, it's just the whole entire experience is mesmerizing and one that you definitely wanna experience once you come into these Lesotho mountains. So it was a brilliant hike, had lots of fun. It was much needed. You're gonna need those lungs though, because the terrain here is extremely high. I think we about 3,200 meters above sea level. So the lungs are going to work on it's going to be on overload. So get yourself ready, get your boots ready, and prepare yourself to be mind blown by all this.
We can't get enough of these uninterrupted views of the mountains here at Maliba Lodge. We're heading out back to South Africa this morning via the Caledonspoort border post, which is 48 kilometers and 1 hour's drive from Maliba Lodge. When we enter South Africa, we'll be traveling to Gauteng via Maritzburg and Clarence.